Such glowing tributes came from all parts of the world, with leaders such as Barack Obama of the US and UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon honoring the departed hero. KTN's Wilkiston Yabor now takes a look at that outpouring of accolades that greeted Mandela's passing.
South African President Jacob Zuma broke the news of Nelson Mandela's death. In a televised address, he announced that Mandela was now resting and that he was at peace.
Our nation has lost its greatest son. Our people have lost a father.
Shortly after this announcement, a stream of tributes began to pour in from world leaders. US President Barack Obama was one of the first to pay tribute to the iconic South African leader, saying Nelson Mandela now belonged to the ages. He went on to speak about the way the late South African leader had inspired him and noted that his first political action was a protest against South Africa's apartheid policies.
His journey from a prisoner to a president embodied the promise that human beings and countries can change for the better.
In London, David Cameron lauded Mandela as a towering figure, adding that with his death, a great light had gone out in the world. Former US President George W. Bush called Mandela one of the greatest forces for freedom and equality. Another former US President, Bill Clinton, also mourned the death of Mandela, but added that history would remember Nelson Mandela as a champion for human dignity. Ban Ki-moon described Mandela as an iconic leader who forgave those who imprisoned him and united a country that was divided along racial lines.
He touched our lives in deeply personal ways.
A message of condolence also came from Frederick de Klerk, the South African president under whom Nelson Mandela was released from prison. 77-year-old de Klerk shared the Nobel Peace Prize with Mandela in 1993 for brokering the end of apartheid, and when the ANC leader was elected president in the first multiracial election, he entered into a government of national unity as his deputy.
We reach out to the whole Mandela family and give condolences, and we will hold them in our prayers.
In Nairobi, the South African High Commission announced that it has made arrangements for members of the public to convey their condolences. Starting Monday, the 9th of December, until Mandela is buried, members of the public are invited to convey their condolences at Kilimani Primary School, while senior government officials will pay their tributes at the High Commissioner's residence. Mandela will be accorded a state funeral. President Zuma has ordered all flags in South Africa to be flown at half-mast until the icon is buried. Mandela, who was popularly referred to by his clan name Madiba, is survived by his widow, 6 children and 17 grandchildren. Wilkiston Yabor, KTN.